The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to Rentschler Field in East Hartford, home to the Uconn Huskies. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Uconn Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. To pass, it's Gutierrez. Quick completion on the out. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, you know, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Complete to the right. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
And the Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for space to the left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces 2nd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. They'll run it from the gun. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
To the air, it's Gutierrez. Throws for the tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
They'll try the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the tailback. And some room to work. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. On the move, he fires. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
That is not good news for this offense, guys. I mean, the defense only brought 3 on that play, and they were still able to get after the quarterback. This O-line has got to play better.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, give on the inside. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Wanting to move the chains, here comes Alabama on 4th. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. Lots of running room. Touchdown, Alabama! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
What a great play call there on 4th down. You know, they script and practice these all throughout the week. You've got to be able to call something that you know you can run in your sleep. Beautiful execution on that 4th down play for a touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a scoring toss from the 33. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Uconn offense goes back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to pass, it's Gutierrez. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Throwing on the run. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. These corners going to give these receivers some space. And here comes the offense on second down. Gets the back moving. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerves settle. Everything's good. You show the defense that he's a threat to run the football. I love that call early in a football game.
The pull and throw off the RPO. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Defense showing blitz here. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Defense playing a bail technique. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Running into the open space. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Uconn going back to work on offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to pass. It's Gutierrez. Makes the grab. It's Fox.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on third. Grab near the marker. It's all. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Uconn quick to the line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's...
Unloads it downfield. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Touchdown, Husky. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. East Carolina has the lead right now. Greenville has been buzzing all week. But this game is... over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 13 over North Texas. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes that Alabama offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last. Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Here we go, here we go. The give on the option. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Rides the back on the option to give. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Unloads quickly. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. This is a designed run. There he goes. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. It's a draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Gutierrez. Makes the catch, it's Fox.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Got his man on the right. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Uconn comes to the line after getting another 1st down. Leaves it with the back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
And the Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Gutierrez. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Gives it on the option. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field, and it's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. He'll pull it on the read. At the 40, there he goes. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Quarterback on the keeper.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And on second down for this offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. The play action fake. Throws toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They run into a bit of trouble here. Third and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Zimmerman. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown Tide! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. At the 35, he's got room. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback adapting. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Uconn has it teed up to start this second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Dropping back, it's Zimmerman. Makes the grab. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Punt is on its way.
Returner runs out of bounds.
The Uconn offense goes back to work. Sends it back in motion. They'll leave it with him. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The give to the back. He has the first and still on his feet. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Motion from the wide receiver. Snap it to the back. Oh, better look out. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, it's Gutierrez. It's complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
This Uconn offense really has it going. Quickly out to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Quarterback keeper. Finds a little space. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Quarterback making adjustments. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. To the ground with the back. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Turning it on. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Running back searching for a hole. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might as well stick with him. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Now the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Brewer. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside
unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a second down play.
Here we go, Zach.
On the option. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. They'll run it from the gun. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be 4th down from the 24.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. No,
He's got it, 1st down and more. And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Give to the running back. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2.
Let's go.
Barges ahead. Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they take it in for 6 more points. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Conference USA action right now, fellas. Wait till you see how things are playing out. Liberty is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sparky isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 11 over Middle Tennessee. Implications galore inside CUSA, and we'll circle back should anything big happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Gutierrez. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Shaw. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Uconn quick to the line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Takes it from the gun on third down. Finds his man. It's Shaw. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Now, a fourth down.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Throws to the back. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time. Got some room, headed to the goal line.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. First and goal for the offense.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? It hasn't always been pretty all season long, yet they've continually found ways to win each and every week. But today, in a day where they had to light the scoreboard up because the opposing offense came to play, their offense got it done. And as a result, they stay undefeated.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air. It's Gutierrez. Scrambling away. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
He might want another play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And it's picked off for the third time today. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage. And this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made them look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them, but they had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all three phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.